Up. Good girl. What you think, Lou?
Hi, puppy.
Whew. Okay. Water issue there. Forgot that there wasn't much water until these cairns up here just before the lookout, and almost ran out. Boogie here because it's starting to get dark, and that river is gonna be tricky. Should I stay or should I go? Made it! So I was getting stuff ready on Sunday night, and I thought to myself, feeling a little bit funny. And I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, let me take my temperature. So I took my temperature, and I had a 101-degree fever. I got pretty sick, but it was gone within a few days. I also had that lingering thought, is it COVID? Took a few COVID tests through the next few days. Didn't get COVID. Meanwhile, the smoke was kind of getting worse in the valley and up near Mount Baker. And I thought maybe doing a sunrise session wasn't the best play. Let's change it up and do a sunset session up at Park Butte, because that's like one of the best spots for doing sunset photos, because you're looking right over the sisters into the bay. It'd be perfect. The whole hike and everything went pretty smoothly. There was a moment when I remembered, oh, there's not any water until like near the very end with the Terns, and I only had one bottle of water with me, so it was getting pretty close there at the end. My bottle was like, maybe had this much left, and we got to the Terns, and Luna had her water, and I filled all of my bottles up. We were good to go. So it was a little bit close on that end, but other than that, it was pretty good. So I got up to the parking lot, and I saw some folks coming in from their hike. It's the afternoon. It was around like 2 o'clock, 2:30-ish, and they were talking about the river and how they had to turn around. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder, well, I guess we'll just see what it's going to be like when we get up there. And so when we got to the river, it was large and raging, and I had to carry Luna across. And I got to the other side, and I was just thinking to myself, man, we're going to be hiking back in the dark, and I'm going to have to pick her up and cross this in the dark. And that's gonna be fun. So we got up to where the goat trail starts up the climbing route for Mount Baker, and I thought, oh man, this is the perfect time to throw up the drone. So a cool thing about that area is it's recreation land, and if any of you drone operators know, that is definitely a fly zone. Wilderness areas are a no-fly zone, and so it was really cool to be able to put up the drone and get that close to Baker. And I've always wanted to throw the drone up and get footage in this area and near Mount Baker, and that's just a little spot of land where you can do it, and that's pretty cool. So we got up to the lookout, and there are a few folks up there, and of course they loved Luna, and took a few photos, took a few great photos. There's just a lot of logistics in bringing a dog on a hike like that, and you think, oh, it'll be nothing, but you have to bring food, you have to make sure she has water, you have to make sure that she's safe. You have to always kind of be thinking, you know, if some other creature comes along and she has to chase it. So there's just a lot of logistics involved with bringing a dog. And that extra layer of brain power is definitely something that makes it tough to create in the moment. I wasn't getting in the zone making photos. I'd be, you know, making a photo or something, and then, you know, you'd hear her whine, or, you know, there's always something. And, you know, I'm sure it just takes time. She's 3 years old. Takes some time for her to kind of settle down and get to the place where she is a little more self-sufficient. But I think in time she'll get there. Definitely made some photos that I really like on this trip. Some of the really soft photos of Baker turned out really nice. There's some really nice color in there. The 16-bit color of the GFX really kind of shined in those. Also in some of the sunset photos as well. You can really kind of see and feel that in those photos. So I think that was definitely a really good case study for just the color that you get out of the GFX. So that was pretty cool to see and pretty cool to mess with in Lightroom as well. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I do think that adventure went really well. It was great to have some bonding with Luna. I think that was one of the furthest hikes she's done. So that was really fun for her and fun for me to hang out with her. I got some great photos, had some great little adventurous moments where we were crossing rivers together. So you stuck around till the end. And the reveal for next week is we're gonna go to Twin Lakes and Winchester. I'm planning to explore a little bit beyond Winchester, up near Mount Larrabee. And thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next week.